After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. My God.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. He's not going to get me. 40's the line. Squeeze.
Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
180. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And Callaway taking it in left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
180. Right there, 40's Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this. Pick the edge. Go. Kill. Let's go.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 26. Point it right. 10.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch out.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
40. 180. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check nickel.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Switch. Check 13.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Jackson now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Next, 180! Target! 48 Mike. I know he ain't got it. 48. My God!
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tip towards 2:22 on the clock. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Switch. Watch twist.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
40's Mike. Tackles. 40's Mike.
On second down, Mayfield again. That's going to be caught. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving them.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you... And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. Check 43. Hey.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Check. Hurry.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DeLance Turner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep he's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
180. Switch the mic right here. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Don't get nervous. Whip. Regular. Hurry.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Pistol. Wide, get wide. Say.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Slam.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Joe Schobert providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Landry. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike. 180. We got it. Double tight. Even.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Cleveland, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at